Are you genuinely happy for him to be able to come home?
I'm genuinely happy for all of them to come home. I don't have no fear. They not a threat to me, and I'm not a threat to them. So I don't want nobody in jail. Like I said, and I'm going to say it again. I went through a dark phase in my life where I let the demons get the best of me. See, people say, oh, he a killer. No, bro. When them demons get to you, they can say whatever they want. I know y'all ain't been in my position. I ain't got no point to prove to y'all. Ran up on me. You feel me? So it's like, I think when Thugga come home, everything, you know what I mean, gonna be 100 times better for him. He move more better. And when I say that, you know, it just changes his whole surrounding and continue to be great for himself and his family. You know, I'm not looking for nobody. I'm not trying to be nobody's downfall. You know what I mean? I deal with enough as is.
Could you ever see a day where the two of you were sitting down again?
I don't want to speak on that.
All right. I hear you. I respect it.
What up with it, y'all? It's Coffee. Back at it, man. Hit them buttons. We got some updates, man, and I call him the #1 rat in a blogosphere, right? I keep saying, man, 6ix9ine who's locked back the fuck up. Mr. Goofy himself, he fell out of the top 25 snitch rankings, right? Lil Woody is atop the snitch rankings right now. Everyone tapped into what's going on with him, and we know Thugga struck that deal. I still cannot believe he pled out, man, that he took it that far and pled out with such a backloaded sentence with all those wild stipulations. Let me know your thoughts about all that. But Woody, a reunion, do you guys think we'll see it happen? Right? Like, he don't even want to speak on it, but I mean, I don't know, you know, you hear him. Are you genuinely happy? Are you happy to see Thugga come home? And he said no, but then he flipped it up and said, I'm happy to see them all come home. And we saw when he was telling and cooperating, like, the man was damn near in tears. He was hurt. You could tell he cared about Thugga. You know, he was like Henry Hill and Goodfellas. But like, I don't know, not the same exact situation, but you know what I mean? He didn't want to do that. He didn't want to leave the life. And he cared about Thug. It was weird. It was like snitching and showing love at the same time, but you can't really show love when you're doing something like that. But comment if y'all feel me on what I'm saying. But will we see a reunion? And when I speak of all those stipulations, banned from Metro Atlanta, all this anti-gang-ish, which, like I said, I wonder in my other video if he's gonna have to become the tipster 2.0. And then the tipster's one of the first ones to welcome him home. I don't know. I mean, Thug just has such a wild, like, again, why did he plea out? I felt if there wasn't a mistrial, the grounds for appeal were so great if he was convicted, and he went so far with it. And now with this backloaded sentence, it just seems like it could be a setup. Probation is tough. I've seen people violate probation when trying hard, late for one appointment or something like that. Like, Thug has wild stipulations, so you know, hopefully he just keeps his nose clean for these 12 years and, you know, just totally sees a different side of Thugga, right? That was something we heard from a lot of people that were close to him, like the man has a big heart and all that. And I don't know, you know, Woody's saying he's not scared. Hopefully there is no retaliation. Probation, no probation, nothing. Like, you know, who wants to really see someone body someone or get at someone that they had love for or whatever, see death and destruction, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, let me know your guys' whole thoughts about it. And you heard him talking about demons getting in your life. I keep talking about this. There is spiritual warfare going on in this world. Let me know if y'all peep it as well, if y'all are aware. I keep urging everyone to get right with the Creator, God, whatever you believe in, and you know, follow that righteous path and all that. For real, like, tap in. Let's talk about it.
To get, what's Jay's coming to summer jam? Man, don't unban me because no one's scared to get. What's Jay's coming to summer jam?
I'm sorry?
When's Jay-Z coming to summer
Jay-Z
jam?
coming back in a long time. When's Jay-Z coming back anywhere? We waiting for him to come a lot of places. I want him to come on the show.
No brunch, no lunch, no dinner. It's hot out here, man. It's hot out here. You gonna see him nowhere.
Real question. You and Puff haven't liked each other business-wise for a long time.
Well, that's why. It's only business. It was really, away from that, I explained why I didn't hang out with him. Right? Because there's a little fluffy stuff going
It's not your scene.
It's not my style.
Not your scene.
They hug you from the front and the back at the same time. I got uncomfortable with him because the way he was asking to try and get me to hang out with him was like, yo, I'll take you shopping. Like, and I'm like, what you mean? Like, that's something you say to a woman you're attracted to, maybe.
Right.
It's just weird, bro. Like, and now you start to see a lot of the weird stuff that was there. It looks like it all lines up, don't it? It was not in the closet. It was in front of you and you wasn't seeing it because you see the beards. Or you see the girls. So you didn't look at them the way it actually is to a degree. And when I say people respond, how people respond to things matter, like the internet will take to it and just go off with it. Meek responds being the uncomfortability. He goes, yo, I gotta spend $100,000 to find out why my name is in this like this. And it's in it only because he's uncomfortable. You don't hear him talking about French? French was right there.
Yeah.
Right? Why you get so quiet? You guys make me feel like I'm so scared.
Well, no, I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot.
No, they see this. You see this. They see this.
You see it.
Nah, you see this. They won't act like that. Oh, we got nothing to do with that. If we could just...
No, that ain't it.
Man, that 50 Cent, you know, he says so much. You got to read between the lines with everything, man. And as far as Jay-Z, it's so interesting here. You hear him being like, with Puff, nah, it's just business. I've been let y'all know he was on that fluffy, funny style-ish. He said he hug you from the front and the back at the same time. Pause. And hey, why is Meek so uncomfortable wanting to put 100K up to find out why he's in the paperwork? Why is he uncomfortable like that? Like, and peep it, Fifth had beef with French Montana, and he says, you don't hear nothing about French? Like, what's good with you, Meek? You know what I mean? Like, you gotta read between the lines, because he's been telling us about Diddy for the longest time, Billy Joe voice. And it's like he's saying it's just business, and he's seeing a lot of business, a lot of great business ventures going on, catching a lot of W's out here. But one of them is the documentary that Netflix did the bidding war that they won for it. I don't know when it's gonna drop, but this case is gonna play out a long time. Again, I keep wondering if we're really gonna, like, is Diddy Island gonna end the same way as Epstein Island, where they don't dig? You know what I mean? Like, y'all know what I'm saying. Some individuals, you know, in the elites, the powers that be, didn't want all those dots to get connected and everything to be released out to the public. Will that happen? Will we see a prosecutor follow it all through and connect all the dots? You know, because Homeland Security agents are speaking out saying, yo, he was wrapped up with Weinstein and Epstein and all that, you know, but then Diddy's putting in these motions saying Homeland Security is playing dirty, leaking that video. Where did the video come from of the brutal BEAT down of Cassie? You know, he's like saying they're trying to play dirty and dirty his name and all that. I don't know, you guys let me know what you think. But it's just funny the way Fifth can say so much and say so little in that brief clip. Like, hug you from the front and back at the same time. Pause. That feels like I got a double pause even saying that. Why Meek mad? What about French? You don't see no funny bunny-ish with him while Meek out here doing a bunny hop. And Fifth, you know, he been said about that there was, like, people knew about this weird-ish behind the scenes. And I see some people saying, man, yo, Fifth's the realest ever. Some people talking about, man, the Diddy kid's gonna try to run up on 50 next. Listen, I don't even know if that story about Ray J is true. That sounds like some old fake cooked up lies by Whack 100 and Ray J for their reality TV network shenanigans that they're up to all the time. They got an outlandish story every other day. Ray J out here playing these games with these weird ass interviews and whatnot. But yo, they don't want no smoke with Fifth. Fifth will knock all of them the fuck out. Like, if that story is true, Ray J was talking about like there was 8 of them. However many, I forget how many kids Puff got, sons, but it must have had an entourage with him, again, if it's true. But Fifth would knock them all out, I think, man. They don't want no smoke with Fifth. But as far as Jay-Z, I keep wondering, and I want to know what y'all think, man. We seen Suge Knight say Jay-Z was privy to what was going on. You heard him cancel the brunch. When is the brunch? Did it get canceled? Is it not going on? You know what I mean? He's like, When's he coming to Summer Jam? You know, Jay-Z, I put Prodigy in his place on this Summer Jam screen. Like, don't be the next contestant on the Summer Jam screen. Is he gonna come back to Summer Jam? Ebro's talking like he's trying to get him on the show. We don't see him nowhere. I mean, Jay-Z has been inactive in the cut for a while, pretty much retired, but he would pop out for little appearances here or there, but it really does feel like he's in like extra hideout mode. I don't know, like where's Jay-Z and the Where's Waldo shirt? Like y'all remember when they doing the Where's Cam? Like y'all remember that when Dipset was falling apart, which also coincidentally included 50 Cent. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we seen, was it Jimmy Angelwell's went on Rap City with Killer Cam? Like that was the whole crazy situation, man, like real talk. But for real, what do you guys think about all this, about Jay-Z? Do you think that he is involved? Do you think that he is shook? What are your thoughts about what 50 Cent was saying across the board? Tap in, comment. And then last up, some more court news, right? Thugga's coming home and all that. Diddy's still, you know, just beginning to fight his Fed case with no bail, witness tampering allegations. But here's another rapper whose case is ending, as Young Thug's case is ending, Diddy's case just beginning. But you guys remember Justin Johnson, aka Straight Drop, R.I.P. Young Dolph. Now, he been got convicted back on September 26th. Life sentence right there off the rip. You know, this dude, to me, it was so goofy. Like, and you know, a lot of people were wondering if we were gonna see a CMG RICO case. You know what I mean? But with Juk being killed, I don't know. I don't think so. Lawyer for Workers and other legal analysts were saying from some of the testimony that went on in court about money and people paying for lawyers and ish like that, civilly, that's enough to come at, you know, CMG or Gotti for wrongful death. But legally, could they be the next on that RICO stage? I don't know. You know what I mean? That's such a wild situation. R.I.P. Dolph. Is so crazy that they were actually cool, man. Like, that's what I'm saying when we're talking about Woody and Thugga and not wanting to see no one die, man. Like, this is life and death, man. People forget that. But if you forget, he had other charges to be sentenced on, and you hear the new reports now, he got an additional 50 years in prison. He actually got more. So he's got life plus 50, and there's another sentence, but the 50 and the other one are going to be ran consecutive, because peep it, you know, he Straight Drop was convicted first-degree murder, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, and felon in possession of a firearm. So he immediately, like I said, back when the verdict happened, September 26th, he got life, right? But now he got 35 years for the conspiracy charge and 15 years for being a felon in possession of a firearm, equaling a total of 50 years in prison on top of his life sentence. But those two charges are going to be ran concurrent, so it really is only like life plus 35. I don't know. He already got the life anyways. It doesn't matter, man. But they filed a motion, attorneys did, on his behalf, asking the courts to vacate his sentence and grant him a new trial, which ain't gonna happen, right? They're citing insufficient evidence. This is nothing new. People, it appeals, vacate this sentence, like it's nothing new. You know what I mean? I don't think it's gonna happen. But peep what Dolph's girlfriend had to say about it, man. Like, she's heated. She's talking about this is like a slap in the face, man. She says this is Mia J, longtime girlfriend, basically like wifey of Dolph, R.I.P. Dolph. It's infuriating to see the person who took our loved one's life now seeking a new trial over quote unquote insufficient evidence. Their arrogance feels like a cruel joke to me and my loved ones. We won't let this deter us. We will keep fighting for justice and honor the memory of Adolf. love Mia J, man. She loved Dolph, man. They had a beautiful thing. They loved each other, were together for a long time. Dolph was doing big things, you know. He was back in town, going to his favorite cookie spot, giving back to the community. We saw his high school principal talking about all the things that Dolph did for the community. And I feel her what she's talking about, straight drop, the arrogance and ignorance. Like, what he did in dropping that Track Hawk video and all that, and we hear about prices on heads, and like, straight drop to me represents a lot of the goofiness that we see with the younger generation that's raised by the internet and loses touch with reality, in my opinion. Comment if y'all feel me on that. You know what I mean? Like, this dude killed Dolph thinking, oh man, CMG gonna push me, I'm going up. Like, that's all he was thinking about. And then he's in court snitching too, like answering questions about, so they gave you money? Like, yo, you're implicating the label. I mean, Jook is deceased, but this situation is crazy. But it just, like, Justin Johnson's straight drop to me represents the goofiness and the ignorance that the blogosphere era has brought upon a lot of the youth who get caught up going down these rabbit holes, thinking they're gangbangers, want to be big-ish and all this goofball-ish. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of good that can come from the blogosphere. Research, networking with people, business, you know, different platforms. You could sell merch, and just, there's so many positive things you can do, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of the youth gets caught up in the negative side of things. Oh, I'm gang, I'm this, that, and the third. And to me, just straight drop really represents that ignorance, if you ask me. Let me know what you think in the comments on all these topics below. I appreciate y'all tuning in. As always, let's talk it up. Subscribe is coffee. I catch y'all on the next one. Peace and God bless y'all.